So while the Chicago Sky have become a meme, while they've become the biggest meme in the entire WNBA, Chennedy Carter is living life in Mexico. She's having the time of her life. And I mean, if you guys agree, it's definitely better than being a member of the Chicago Sky team. Subscribe. We are trying to hit 47.5k as soon as possible. I don't think we're going to hit it today, but if we can somehow hit it, well, it could be today by the time this video, it will be today by the time this video comes out. It is currently like 2 a.m. and I can't upload the 7 videos I have ready at this time. Hence, if you ever see me in a hoodie, you know I've gotten out of bed to record a bunch of videos. However, lads, we've got to be completely honest. This Chicago Sky team needs Chennedy Carter. Like, how many games last year did Chennedy Carter win by herself for the Sky? Like, we're going to have to actually look through. I'm going to look through all these games. And I'm going to actually look through all their games last year. I'm going to look through Chennedy Carter's game log. And I'm going to look at her points, rebounds, and assists in wins. And by the way, we're going to look and obviously there were a few games at the start of last season. There were a few games at the start of last season when Chennedy Carter was coming off the bench. And if you guys don't remember at the start of last season, it was literally, I'm not joking, this is why she got moved to the starting lineup. The Chicago Sky would go down 10 points with their starters. They would bring on Chennedy Carter, they would bring it back. Then they would sub off Chennedy Carter and they go down 20, they go down 10, they'd sub on Chennedy Carter and win. So, obviously, look, they started off the year okay. And then, this is obviously Chennedy Carter coming off the bench. Chennedy Carter got moved into the starting lineup in this game? No, this game. She got moved into the starting lineup. So, obviously, they lost a couple of games. She had 25 points in a win. So, I'm going to say, let's see this game. She had 25 out of team 70. And if I'm not mistaken, she literally just won the game by herself in the fourth. Angel at 16 was 5 of 17. Chennedy Carter was 10 of 17. 25 and 27 minutes. So this team won 4 games, and up to this point, one of them was Chennedy Carter by herself. This was a Dallas Wings team where everybody was injured. Everybody was injured, by the way, for this Dallas Wings team. They had no Arike, no C. I don't think Arike played. Maybe no, Arike did play. She nearly got them back into it by herself. But no Seagrass, no Howard, no Sabley. They beat the Indiana Fever. Angel Reese was brilliant in this game. Cool. She won this Atlanta Dream game by herself. Angel Reese was fantastic in this game as well. The two of them won it. This Atlanta Dream game, ironically, down the stretch, she won it by herself. She won this Vegas game 100% by herself. This game, she barely played. The Sparks just tried to lose this game because they were tanking. Then, obviously, she won this game by herself against Dallas. Like, there were half of Chicago's wins came from Chennedy Carter winning the game by herself. Like, a Chennedy Carter takeover got them half of their wins last year. And there were a lot of games that they were only in because of... that they were only in the game because of Lexi Hull. Sorry, not Lexi Hull, Jesus. They were only in the game because of Chennedy Carter. How did I get Lexi Hull from Chennedy Carter? Like, even against the Fever, like, Angel Reese took over. But the only reason that game was even remotely close up to that point was because of Chennedy Carter. And I was trying to think, I was like, what were the problems of that Fever game? And I was like, oh yeah, they didn't even play Lexi Hull. And I remember being in that stream thinking, why is Lexi Hull not on to guard her, as Chennedy Carter just cooked her. Just absolutely cooked her. And she's out here having the time of her life. Her brother is literally out there hate watching. Her brother is hate watching the Chicago Sky on Twitter. Like, there are tweets. The annoying thing is I can't really find the tweets. But if you guys didn't see, there are literally tweets out there from Chennedy Carter, and it was like, do you remember the article where it was like, player plays Caitlin Clark and then gets and then loses their spot about Cheyenne Sellers? Chennedy Carter, for some reason, thought it was about her. She thought that article was about her, and she responds with a tweet being like, it ain't affect my pockets, though. She's probably making a serious amount of money. She went on either Threads or Blue Sky or one of those apps. I really don't know. Where somebody was like, Chennedy Carter more than proved enough to get offered a minimum contract by somebody. And she just goes, what do you mean? And she responds, what do you mean minimum? I was one of the best players in the league. I'm not playing for a minimum. So she could well have been offered some minimum contracts, some non-guaranteed contracts. She could have been well offered that and then chose to go play in Mexico, where she can make a boatload of money. where she can make way more money. She was MVP of the highest paying. Like that, we got to take this into account. She was MVP of the highest paying league in the world. She was the MVP. She was the MVP of the WCBA. She is probably making 300, 400, 500 grand a year to play in the CBA. She's probably making like more than a WNBA max in her off season. Like Chennedy Carter is making stupid money to play basketball, and she could be pulling a Liz Cambridge. She could end up pulling a Liz Cambridge where it's just like, you know what, let's not play in the W. Let's go and play in Mexico for millions. Let's go and play in China and eventually work my way up to making millions. Like, it is, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I mean this when I say this, like, she is living the best life while the Chicago Sky are the worst team in the WNBA. They look so bad. Like, at least they're playing the Dallas Wings soon enough. At least they're playing the Wings, because there's no reason. There's absolutely no reason that they can't at least beat the Wings. Unless Nalissa Smith goes and cooks Angel Reese like she did last year. Like, let's not forget that. Let's not forget that like Nalissa Smith in that game at the end of August, Nalissa Smith cooked Angel Reese. Yeah, Angel cooked Nalissa Smith in game 2. In game 4. In game 3, Nalissa Smith cooked, or Angel cooked Nalissa Smith. In game 4, Nalissa Smith absolutely cooked Angel Reese, the one on the 30th of August that most people kind of forget about. And they're like, oh, Angel Reese always cooks Nalissa. And I'm like, Nalissa got the better of her 3 or 4 times. Well, 2 or 4 times. But yeah, it's a really, really interesting one. And if you are Chennedy Carter, you're not what you are. You are completely content with not having to deal with this crap. You're completely content with not having to deal with what's going on with the Chicago Sky. Because I thought Chicago Sky were going to have to offer her a max. She might have been, I said she was top 10 player last year, and people called me crazy. I think I undersold it. Like, unless she beat the crap out of people on the team, there's no need. And the reason they didn't sign her was genuinely because they didn't think any other free agents. They didn't think free agents were going to join. I'm sorry. The 2 free agents they signed, in Courtney Vandersloot and Kia Nurse, give me 10 games out of 44 of Chennedy Carter over 44 games of the 2 of them. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, I'll see you guys.